Welcome to the Lion's Den. Chris and myself are going to talk about our journey in the carnivore lifestyle. We believe we are apex creatures and were never meant to graze.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first Carnivore Live. The reason that I wanted to, or we wanted to start doing this is because it changed our lives. It changed my life like completely. As I was going through the journey of the business we're in, I thought, what good is it going to be if we're in this business, the best I've ever been in, and my wife is the only one that's going to celebrate it because I'll be dead. So a couple of years ago, first thing I looked at, I want to make sure everybody's on the right channel just in case it went live on the wrong one. So let me double check. Bear with me for a minute. The StreamYard actually posted twice. So live. Yeah, I think we're good. Posted twice, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's good. Now remember, for everybody, this is nothing to do with business or anything like that. I was some of you don't know because other people will be watching this. When I about 20 years ago, I got sick, and it was from gaining weight. I gained weight because the business went from running around like a maniac to not moving around as much, but I still ate like I was running around a lot. And for me, I'm going to confess a few things. I am very compulsive. I do whatever I do it too much. When I drank too much. When I smoked too much. When I ate too much. Anyway, I wound up getting sleep apnea and bad. Of course, me being a man and I can fix myself, went too long with sleep apnea, and then actually I got COPD. So the job that I did love was taken away in an instant. It kind of went boom, like one night I was no longer in that business. And I had to go from a regular job to a life of, I hit my peak at 42 and I said, well, that can't be right. But anyway, from that time until about 2 years ago, I tried everything to lose weight, everything. And you name it, I did it. Potion, lotions, different stuff. But I'm not saying that a lot of them worked, but they were temporary. Like as soon as you changed anything, everything came right back. And it was something that, for me, it was a lot of work to stay on it. You know, you go somewhere, whatever. Well, a couple years ago, I was looking at how, what I did is I spent most of my life living to eat. And you don't realize how much you're eating all day long, especially in the US. I mean, you walk by a fridge, there's a snack, there's something in a little jar, there's this, you know, like I'm some kind of, you know, picking up whatever, and you don't even pay attention to it. But it all adds up to junk and a cookie here and something here. And like I said, I was compulsive. If there was a sleeve of Oreos, I was a cookie monster. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, how dare you? You're not going to live in this house, right? I was a serial killer too. There was a box of cereal. I'm killing it. I'm telling you right now, I'm killing it. So, and I remember in the 70s, they came up with this chart, pyramid chart, where you know you got to eat your grains, your fruit, your whatever, brown rice, not white, and rye bread or wheat bread and all the way down. And the eggs, knock off the eggs. Don't eat any butter. Get away from anything fat. We're going to go to non-fat. And we all did it. I remember friends and family, oh, Marty, don't eat that. That's bad for you, you know. But I also remember going to Illinois, Eric Kessler country, and my grandmother was there. And in the morning, she's frying eggs in butter. And of course, I'm going to tell her, you know, 21 years old, Grandma, be careful. That's not good for you. At the time, she was 89. I don't think I have any right to tell somebody 89 what to eat. They must have did something right. Yeah. She goes, I don't believe in that. I eat butter. I eat those. Okay. She lived to 102. Now, I don't think whether I'm carnivore or not carnivore, this is my belief. I have no control over the day I'm not going to be here. That's a given. But I do believe, for me, that the quality of life that we can have while we're here is up to us. Everything is here that we need, right? I believe so. Everything is here that we need. What happened though? I don't think I couldn't get a fix in a pill. I couldn't get a fix in a potion or any of this weird stuff. So as time went on, about 2 years ago, I had to find something. I would get up 2 or 3 times in the night, sit up real quick, can't breathe right, kind of sweaty, just feeling horrible. And then when I moved around, my ankles, my knees, I was turning 90 at 60. And it didn't help. I'm heavy, no doubt. I've always been big, but I was aging at a rapid speed. And I thought, life's got to be better than that. So I started looking around. No, I didn't Google it because Google doesn't give you the truth. It gives you whatever's popular. But I did some research and I heard this thing called keto, the keto diet. And I thought, what the frick is that? And I started reading it. And you know what reminded me of? Any of you that are my age, even a little younger, you remember Atkins diet? You could eat eggs, you could eat bacon. He was more protein. He mentioned fat, but not like they do now. So I went, you know what? And I remember when I did Atkins, I felt good. I did lose weight. I just gave up on it because there wasn't a lot of research then, and I was young. I was 20 some years old. I could haul around an extra 30, 40 pounds, no problem. I was playing volleyball, 280, but I was used to it. Right? You're used to it. You're younger. Anyway, a couple of years ago, I found out about keto, and I went online. I went to my search engine, which is YouTube, and I started punching in best diet or ultimate diet, new diet, whatever I could put in there. And what I saw was keto. And I'm looking down, I'm seeing different names, and then by a couple of them was a doctor. I'm thinking, if a doctor is using food to make you healthy, I want to hear what he has to say. Because doctors are researchers. It couldn't have been just an opinion. Because a lot of times keto or carnivore goes against the medical industry. My doctor never told me, well, he's giving me 4 medicine bottles for high blood pressure and getting water off my body. He never once told me about keto. Of course not. He's not getting any kickback if I buy a hamburger. Okay. He ain't in that industry. But anyway, I watched him, and this is keto first, and I said, I'm going to try that. And what it consists of, you can eat whatever, stay under like 50 grams of carbs. And we'll get into carbs. I want Chris to come up to where I am now, but 50 grams of carbs. We're going to talk about carbs and all that. And then when Chris comes back, I'll have a little more to say. But I want him to get up to what what journey got him to that point. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, good evening, buddy. First of all, let me say that we are not doctors. We are talking from personal experience, and we also have many friends that we will have on in the show in the future. One of them really is John White, who was our first big dude that is not a big dude anymore. A little bit about me. I retired, I don't know, 5 or 8 years ago. I don't even remember. I went from going 100 miles an hour to a complete stop. In other words, my job, I walked anywhere from 20 to 30 miles a night. I was always active, was always running, going on. I was pretty thin. And then when I retired, everything kind of went to a stop. Went from walking all night long until sitting all day long. Wasn't really active. I had some things going on with my mom I had to take care of, so I couldn't really get out and do a lot of things. Well, in this process, I'm eating. I'm eating because I didn't eat a lot before when I was at work. And I'm eating everything. I'm taking, before I go to work, I'm having 2 large coffees, 5 cream, 5 sugar. I'm getting the French fries, all kind of crap stuff. And what had happened over those years is I put myself right into a diabetic state. I didn't even know I have. My eyes, of course, my eyes are getting better, but there's always swollen, so don't think that. My vision was blurry. I couldn't feel my feet anymore. A lot of cramping in my legs, and I couldn't figure out what is wrong with me. I finally went to the doctors. They said, you're a full-blown type 2 diabetic, which was a shock to me. Went to the hospital, spent a couple days in the hospital. They were hydrating me, and realized that I got to do something different because I've always been active. I've always exercised. I've always worked out. And all of a sudden, boom. So I heard Marty and John White talking about the carnivore all the time. Kind of funny. And I talked to Marty on a daily basis. And I said, you know what, Marty, I'm going to call John White and talk to him about it. Now, you'll meet John in the next few weeks here because I think we'll probably have him on more than once. He's 73 or 74 years old. And John, I apologize if that's wrong. I know you're up there, old man. He lost over 200 pounds on the carnivore diet. And I said, I got to call this guy. I'm not listening to my best buddy in the whole world telling me, Chris, it works. So I called John, got Marty on the phone, and then Marty kind of yelled at me, I've been telling you this. And what happened is I started it, and I went on this road trip, and I fell when I was on my road trip, and I broke a couple ribs, punctured a lung. And when I got out of the hospital, I kind of got off my carnivore diet, which was a big mistake. My ankle swelled up. My diabetes came back full tilt. And I said to myself just a little while ago, Chris, you're going to die if you don't do something different. Real quick, I took myself completely off sugar. I'm finding out, even though, listen, I love donuts, cake. I love sugar, period, because I was bred to love it. It's the worst thing possible for you. And we'll talk about this a lot more. There's all kind of examples we'll bring onto the show, but
there you go. There you go, Chris. John White.
There's
76.
76. Sorry, John.
76 and lost 200 pounds. Yeah. He's the poster child. We'll have him on many times. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I just saw him.
Gee, John, I would have thought you'd have said 70 or something, but 76. There you go. But I found out that sugar has never been my friend. And I was starting reading some stuff on sugar, and I seen these videos. If they pop up like on Facebook and stuff, if you stop eating sugar the first 7 days, the swelling in your face will go down. Now, I got a naturally big head. I think we both do. I can show you before and after pictures of Marty DeGarmo. You will be in shock. You'll see the difference. You just seen this for the first time, maybe. And this is for the world. Whoever wants to listen. Me, I started back up 5 or 6 weeks ago. I haven't had any sugar. Do I have a before and after picture? I'm sure I do. I'm still in the process. Last week, I took myself off my insulin because I wasn't eating any sugar. And we're going to also have a registered nurse on here. She's retired. That'll tell you how bad insulin actually is for you. So now I'm not a doctor, and always listen to your doctor, even though I won't. And there's a reason for that. but I was sticking myself in the gut, the leg, the butt 4 or 5 times a day, 7 days a week, and I couldn't stand it. And I found out from Miriam, we'll have her on here, that Chris, it's not doing anything for you. It's making your body stop what it's supposed to do. And what the carnivore does, it allows your body to heal itself, because that's how God designed our bodies, believe it or not. The carnivore, with the fasting and the eating meat, everything John White will be the perfect advocate for this. And I'll wait till he gets on here, but he's going to say this. I'm going to remind him. He'll remind me. Everything your doctor tells you, and I'm not a doctor, this is my opinion, that you're supposed to be doing, I'm going to tell you what it is wrong. It's completely reversed. Butter, eggs, bacon, meat are the healthiest things for you. I can prove that with me. I can prove it with Marty, John White, Narelle Warcott, a lot of people. And as I see people in the comments saying they're on the carnivore, we would like you to be on the show. And anyone that's out there that we don't know that's listening, we invite you to come on and make comments about your experience with carnivore. We're not telling you need to do this. Me, I needed to do it. Marty definitely needed to do it. Okay. This is about giving you our experience and educating what we've gone through. And I'm like Marty. I tried every single diet in the world. I was always active, but when I stopped to exercise and work out, if I looked at a piece of bread, I'd gain 15, 20 pounds, literally. So this carnivore, I'm never hungry. And I'm not going to lie, the first couple of days, you have to adjust to it. All right. And one of the key factors is fasting. But after a couple of days, you're not going to think about food anymore. Here's what I have. I'm going to let you know real quick. When I get up in the morning, I have 3 hard-boiled eggs. And then maybe at noon or 1, I have a bunch of bacon. Oh, doctor says don't eat bacon. With lots of butter and lots of Himalayan salt. And then at 5 or 6 o'clock, I usually have a piece of meat or beef. And that's it. And then I don't eat nothing all the way to the next morning again. That's my fasting period. But also between the hours of 12 and 5.
Yeah, it's called intermittent fasting.
Intermittent fasting.
It's like 16 to 18 hours between your last meal and your first meal the next day. Yeah, and sleeping counts.
Yes,
So,
and if you think it's hard, it's not, because most of you sleep anywhere from 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day.
And remember, like Chris said, you know why it's not hard? Once you become fat adapted, in other words, your body is burning fat for fuel, not sugar, your cravings disappear.
Yeah.
The reason it's hard for people to do it is because they're craving almost like a drug to eat something. When you go, the longer you go, your cravings disappear. No doubt. Right, Chris? I mean, that's
Absolutely.
what happens.
And as we go, like I said, this is our first one we're doing, so we might talk a little bit more. Marty's really the expert on it. I am still learning, but I know exactly what I got to do. And I think in the future, as we go, we're going to also explain to you by human example who actually beat diseases, diabetes. See, Brenda was on here. I think it was Brenda. She did the carnivore. It's swelling in her legs. It's gone. Your body is an amazing, amazing machine, and it can do everything. But the problem is we were told since we were little kids to eat the wrong stuff. Healthy food. This is the healthy food. Now, anything with sugar in it, it's not healthy. Now, that's my opinion. But I'm going to tell you what. 5 weeks ago, I couldn't bend over to touch my feet, to touch the floor for anything. All right. Now I can do it no problem. And I do lift light weights and I do ride a bike every day, but nothing like I used to work out. You don't need to really work out on this diet. The doctors will tell you, even though it's healthy to work out every day or walk, they're going to say you can lose weight on this diet. It's not a diet. It's just a different, healthier way to eat. And you'll find that out the more we talk about. I'm looking for anyone that wants to share their story because it's important. And again, we're not trying to convince you about starting this diet. We're telling you that some people actually need it and it works and you won't be as hungry. Marty, back to you.
Yeah, I mean, this is the way I feel. The business that we're in, I feel with all my heart will change lives, without a doubt. And I worked in the MLM world for 20 years. It was a racket. Most people can't do it. 90% fail. In carnivore, my opinion, I am so far from being a doctor. I wouldn't be allowed in the same room. I'm not a doctor. I'm not even putting doctors down. I'm telling you from my experience and from seeing other people, and I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to have a lot of places you can check for reference. I'm going to start filling up an area in our YouTube that gives you information of what you can do, what you can't do. Now, I was fortunate. I went one step further, and this isn't necessary. Carnivore diet is uh, meat and fat. Okay, what I mean by that is you can eat chicken, duck, anything that's alive and walks. Eggs, you can eat all the eggs you want. You can eat all the butter you want. It's not counting calories. You don't have to count calories. I went to one step further because I was desperate to get healthier quick, and I'm in the lion diet. I only 99.9% of the time, unless I run out, eat nothing but beef. Now that's just you got to mute yourself when you're tapping. It's coming out.
Sorry, I'm typing to people that have stories.
No, it's okay.
Wait, Marty. Right now, let's tell people how they can get a hold of us if they want to come on the show and explain their story. You want to send them to Impassive Nation at gmail.com or
no, nothing yet. I'm going to open up a Gmail account that's just for Carnivore. Okay. I don't want to mix it with the company because some people aren't interested in the company, and that's okay. I want to do this totally separate. But like I said, I got a passion for it because of what it did for me. Now, I don't need any trouble from some, because remember, healthcare and all that's a big muscle man. I'm not here to fight anybody. I'm not here to say something bad. Here's Key Wendell. He was doing what is he like? Sardines, which is a meat. So, but anyway, if you do it, like I said, you got to give yourself 90 days. You got to get past to where it takes about 4 days to get into ketosis. And ketosis is when your body switches over from burning sugar, which we weren't supposed to do anyway, to burning fat. I'll tell you how strange it is. When I'm doing the lion diet, there'll be days we do our live in the morning, we're doing stuff, and I'm sitting there thinking about 2:00 in the afternoon. I go, did I eat today? I don't remember if I ate. I asked Dawn, did I eat? She goes, no, not yet. I said, okay. I never had that before because I was eating every few minutes. A lot of us eat every few minutes. And I want to tell you something. Here's another reason I did it. I know there's a lady out there and a guy out there going through what I went through. You can barely move. You're embarrassed to tell anybody you can barely move. Your legs hurt. You sleep horrible. You're just never comfortable. And I'm telling you, the inflammation in your body is killing you. I don't need to be a doctor to tell you that. I had inflammation everywhere. My hands, I couldn't make a fist before I got in Carnivore because the joints had these little knobby things on them. I was getting arthritis. I did the Carnivore diet and those bony things in my knuckles disappeared. There's no doubt about it. It's not my opinion. It's fact. I can look at my hand right now like this. On the back of my hand, I can see veins in my hand. I haven't seen veins in my hand since I was 17. It gets rid of the fat inside, around your heart, around your lungs, now you pee like a racehorse because you're burning fat. You will go to pee, no doubt. Your body wants, you know what it needs? Meat, really good fat, the stuff they told you not to eat, real fat, not seed oil. And I've got some videos and some information from doctors. My wife is a vegetarian, okay? And you want to like to her for me to talk about this? She doesn't like vegetables. In most cases, are horrible for you. I hate to say it, and I know, but no, look at me, listen. Go find somebody that's 100% vegan. He looks like he's from a POW camp. The color's not right. They got pimples. It's not natural. This is Again, that's my opinion, but I've seen it. I've seen guys that were that, they got into carnivore, they've gained a few pounds in muscle. I'm going to tell you something. Not only am I losing weight, I'm stronger than I was at 50 years old. My clarity of thinking. I'm doing videos, answering questions, all kinds of stuff all at the same time. Rapid thinking, rapid, being able to think and say it and think and say it. It's amazing to me. I did nothing but start the carnivore diet. That absolutely flipped my world upside down for the good. Do I have a long ways to go? Yes. I was wearing an 8X, okay? I'll tell you where I was at. Now I'm 4. And these are getting loose. I'm going to go to 3. We have other people. Eric Kessler. Eric Kessler, if you look at his body and his shoulders and all, he looks like he's 30 years old. Narelle Warcon. No joke. This is funny as hell. She's probably going to kill me. She started the carnivore diet. I don't remember her saying that right in the beginning, but she started it. And we're going to this show every night where we hang out, because we all hang out. We don't have, we have one big family around the world. It's pretty cool. And I saw it on the screen. I'm going, why does the world look so different? I mean, did she have a filter on, or what? She's looking younger. Her face is getting thinner. Her skin, carnivore she's doing. I'm not kidding you. I'm telling Chris, I'm texting him, look at freaking Narelle. I told her to slow down because by June, she's going to be back in the womb. I didn't say room, I said womb, because she's going back in time the way she looks. And you can talk to these people. I won't put words in people. We're going to slowly bring people on. We're going to have a lot of fun at this because it's something that, and I realize this, Marty, I can't afford steak. Listen, if I was broke, I'd be happy. I would be moving up in the world. I broke, okay? I'd be a 10 air. You know what a 10 air is? You're right. You don't, because it doesn't exist. But you can find like hamburger. I'll give you an example. Eric brought it up a couple of weeks ago. He takes hamburgers, right? Hamburgers, they got them at what's the name of that store? Where does Eric get his hamburgers, Chris? Do you remember?
I don't know. I don't remember.
What's
Real quick. Yeah. Oh, Sam's Club or
no, the other one.
Oh crud, dude! You put me on the spot.
Go ahead. Say what you were going to say. I'll think of it. Oh, Costco. Costco.
Costco. That's it.
Costco has corn-fed burgers.
Yeah.
He buys them. He puts butter on them. And listen to Eric. He puts a lot of butter on them. So what? He loves it. So you could do that.
Real
meatloaf.
Butter. Real butter and salt.
If you put margarine on, you put a gun to your head, okay? There's nothing about margarine that's real. Go ahead, Chris.
Question by Jennifer Dickinson. Hi, Jen. Can you have dairy on carnivore?
Heavy cream.
Yeah.
That would be that. Well, heavy cream would be for keto, but dairy, no. Heavy cream I used to use on keto because it's 0 carbs. But when you really get into the carnivore diet, the heaviest, the most dairy you can have is butter. So no, not really. You shouldn't be messing with any of that other stuff. Listen, though, if you did everything carnivore and you had a little bit of dairy, you're not going to get shot for it. I mean, whatever you do towards getting rid of another big mistake, and I caught my little brother here doing it. He's starting a diet, and he keeps saying, "Oh, this is no sugar, sugar free, sugar free." Listen, you know what sugar free means? It means they relabeled it called carbs. So when you see sugar free, you go look at the label. You don't want no sugar, you don't want no additives, and you sure as heck don't want any carbs. Carbs is a fancy way of saying we're slipping sugar in. Okay? My opinion, a lot of people's opinion. God made this planet, he made things for us that we can eat that would be good for us. How many fat lions do you see? How many fat tigers? How many fat, any apex creature? They don't get fat. They eat until they're full and you're done. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. Don't give me a piece of steak and I'll get to a certain point and I go, I don't want any more. Oh, I'm going to gorge a little. No, it's over. Lights out. I'm not sick of it. I'm just done. I put it back in the Ziploc, put it in, boom. That's, you eat until you're full. Real full, like full. The only animals that got a big gut are animals that eat vegetables and greens and plants. Why? They're designed to eat it. You look at a gorilla, they eat plants and stuff like that, but their stomach is humongous. Look at a cow. Look at some of the people around the world that are very, very thin, but you got this big round belly. That's usually from eating plants, plant-based stuff. I just want you to think, this is my opinion. I got to say this over and over. I don't want to get in trouble with whatever. My opinion, you see your doctor or do whatever you want to do. I'm telling you what I do, but you'll find what I found out through a doctor that is a carnivore, that the reason it's got a bitter taste, a lot of it, like coffee for one. You ever taste coffee? It's bitter. You know why? The coffee bean has a poison on it to keep the bugs from eating it. It has a built-in defense that's there. That's why it's there. And people look at me, yeah, but how about bananas? It's natural. Honey is natural. Bananas are natural. Oranges are natural. Well, everything I just mentioned, if you break it down, it's sugar. Your body doesn't know when it hits your stomach, oh, banana. No, it doesn't freaking know it. It looks like this, oh shit, here's sugar. We're going to have to do something with this, right? Store it or whatever we're doing. It's really, I'm just telling you, and this is kind of the first show. So every week we'll add more stuff. I'll add stuff too. And I'll have, like I said, an email just for Carnivore. I want your input. I want, if anybody decides to do it, listen, once again, me and Chris aren't doctors. I'm telling you this because I care. Italian sausage with eggs, yummy. Now, some of the Italian sausage, here's where you got to watch. Watch for fillers. I can get sausage, I believe I don't eat it that much. But when I do, I look at it. Dawn knows now. She looks at the back. 0 carbs, no additives. Okay, then get it. If it has 1 carb, I won't eat it. If it has any additive it has, like in the first 3 words, it's heavy. And you don't need it. Pork chops. Get the fattest ones you can find. Steak. Another thing we're starting to do, Dawn found a dehydrator. I think that's what it's called. And we're putting, and what you can do is you get hamburger cheap, because I'm a cheap dude. Mix it up, put some Himalayan salt, flatten it out. No, you freeze it. You semi-freeze it, slice it in strips, lay it in the dehydrator, and you have beef jerky. Cheap. Put it in the bag. A little hungry, boom. But there's so many things we're going to talk longer than we should. But I want to get it. Yes, I'm excited. I'm excited for you, and I want to see if anybody decides. Me and Chris aren't trying to talk you into it. But I am trying to talk you into it. I want you to try it, but don't go into this that in an hour you're going to be okay. There's going to be a while. There's going to be days. Give yourself 90 days. There's going to be days where you will have that argument with yourself. Don't act like you don't know what that means. I'll tell you what. I'm going to explain to you what it is. You walk by something, you see candy there. You see a Butterfinger going, Marty, come on, it's only 1. Yeah, you're right. And sometimes I can't believe that little bar wins. You grab it, you eat it. Guess what? If you're in ketosis, you're out of ketosis in maybe 4 days. And it doesn't make you feel any better. In fact, it makes you feel worse. Do it clear out so this stuff isn't around you. If it ain't your house, you can't get it. Get yourself ready. Cheap meat if you can't afford to get a hamburger. You can make meatloaf. You can make hamburgers. You can make dehydrated. Chris uses a what's that thing you use to cook?
My air fryer.
Every day he uses it.
It's all I use.
Every day, and all the stuff. It browns. It does everything. So go ahead, Chris.
And real quick, a lot of people talking about price. If you are allergic, like David said, he's allergic to eggs or he has issues, don't eat those things though. Your body already knows.
Oh,
We're not
yeah,
telling you what you can only eat. There's lots of things you can eat on the carnivore diet. The main thing is just stay away from sugar. Literally, you talked about these Italian sausage. I have a meat market right by me. I went up there, and I love Italian sausage, Polish sausage in general. So I asked the lady, which one of these sausages has no sugar in it? She goes back, it's the label. It was Polish sausage. I do this one. I want that one then. No carbs, no sugar. That's the one I got. Now, I could have made a mistake and bought my favorite Italian sausage. It was loaded with sugar. But don't be afraid to ask your meat market or even the store. Look on the ingredients and find out for sure that there's no sugar. Any sugar in there is bad for you. Also, you can, like you said, you can go to Costco, like a lot of people do, or Sam's Club. They have really good meat there. And I'm going to tell you,
they got bulk meat. That's what you say. Look at per pound. Don't look at the price. Look at per pound. If you get something like $4.99, $5.99, $6.99, I'm actually buying steak at $4.99 a pound, cut to where I want to cut, and I cut it 1.5 inches. The guy cuts it for me. I'm in a gold mine, and it's got that all over. You want me to trim this? No, trim nothing. Trim. I don't want it trimmed.
This guy said, Ingrid, hey, Chris, you doing good? You're not rubbing your eyes. Well, listen, guys, my eyes are something totally different. I have no tear ducts, so that's why they swell up. I have to have surgery on my eyes to get tubes put in there. But no, I do still rub my eyes. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about, to be honest, but thank you. I like when people point it out because most people think I'm, I smoke some funny herbal stuff, and I don't do that.
Like he's stoned.
Now, if you go to a meat market, and I had to ask questions. I said, do you have a carnivore diet here? Well, yeah, we kind of do have and they'll even have something lined up in carnivore. And I said, the beef? I went to the beef section. There was like 10 a pound, 9 a pound, 8. And I said, which beef has the best, most fat? That would be the $4, $4.99 a pound. I go, that's the one I want.
That's the one I want. Yeah.
Listen, real butter. I get salted butter. I get Amish bacon. I see someone was talking about they go to get Amish bacon. I bought 7 pounds of Amish bacon today because I love it. I can eat it all day long, but I don't. I have it one time a day. And I'm telling you, you can eat a lot. I'm doing this for a different reason so I can get rid of my diabetes. Marty's doing it for many other things, and it wasn't diabetes, but he was on his way. Anytime you gain mass amounts of weight, and a lot of us do as we get older, some of us are lucky, some of us don't, you get in the lane of diseases. When you're gaining weight, your body's losing. Anything that comes your way, you're going to catch. I can guarantee you that. If you ever had neuropathy, I have neuropathy in my feet from the diabetes. It is horrible. I went from a guy that can walk 100 miles a day to barely walking down the street without having to sit down and wince in pain. This is all the stuff that I did to myself. I had to listen to people, which I didn't listen to them. And I finally said, I just got to do this. My life is completely changing in my health for that reason. Matter of fact, I'm motivated to get out and walk. I'm motivated to get out and ride my bike. I have a lot more energy. Before I'd get up and an hour later, I'd want to go back to bed. I was sleepy again. So if you're droopy, sleepy, that means your body's not working right. You shouldn't be droopy and sleepy.
No. I got so much. I am burning up, man. You get it right. Your body's running on jet fuel. I'm telling you. There's what Key Wendell's got the word. It's visceral fat. It's inside fat. Yeah.
But you'll have people tell you different things. And that's why eventually we're probably going to have a panel on here of people that are doing carnivore, bringing in them. And everybody reacts differently. But I've noticed that this diet, it kind of reacts the same to everyone else. Where I see people on, they had all those diets. I mean, I tried them all, and it was more work than I ever thought. When you got to count things, and those things were all good programs if you stuck to them. But man, you had to pull out a calculator, take off your shoes, count your toes, and worry about this. You don't have to worry about. It's really just basic information, and there's documented facts, not only just through us few people that we know, but online that's telling people that had multiple issues in their body, John White being one of them, and now they're gone. It's an amazing thing. All we're saying is, Marty said, we got to talk about this more. I agree. I want to be able to tell someone listen, there's people out there that's never been able to lose weight their whole lives. You see the stories. And I'm going to tell you this, there is no magic pill out there. There's no magic pill. Ozempic's going, take a shot. It works, but it's cheating your system. Losing weight naturally, eating healthy is all you really need to do. And that's the honest to God truth. I'm doing it I think the easy way. A little each day. I do still watch my sugar because I'm prone to doing it, but it's also healthy to do too.
There's nothing wrong with watching it, but
Nope.
by checking, you're proving that what you're doing is working.
So
Brenda Ross, great. She's left a couple posts. This sums it up. It's the elimination diet.
There you
will eliminate a lot of problems. Brenda, thank you. That's perfect way. And she also put something earlier. 1 day a week. Here it is. 1 day a week, she gets her stuff done and she's done. Dawn gets all the meat. We cut it. She salts it. She bags it. Puts what we're going to cook now, and the others in the freezer, and it goes for 2 or 3 weeks, and then we do it again.
We need Brenda. When Marty gets that email, we'd love to have you on here and talk to us because it'll be fun. There's another question. Can you do fried cube steaks on this diet? It has a better coating on it.
Fried cube, yes. long as there's no breading.
Yeah.
You could do whatever you want, any kind of meat, how you cook it, what you want to do it. It's the stuff we add or they add. That's where the problem comes.
Remember, this is the reason we want to bring more people along with this. And this isn't making money. This is about just getting healthier, is because the more opinions that matter. I did see Sherry put on, I do include dairy and I'm doing great with it because everyone's different. You might react to, see, now I have a different reason why I don't do that stuff because of being type 2 diabetes, soon to be gone completely.
No, but here's the reason we're not saying it, because that's not true with carnivore. Now, do people do little things? Obviously, Sherry just said it. Have I used a little heavy cream? Yes.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to be honest with you, I need to tell you what carnivore is and the way I heard it and the way I'm trying to do it. Like I said, I've jumped off the wagon, but I jumped off. I didn't fall off. I jumped off. I tried something, and then but the next 2 days I feel horrible.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, this is for eliminate those problems. I'm telling you.
Gout.
From here, I got one for you. Here's gout. I used to have gout. Now, anybody that has gout, raise your hand. You ever had it? OMG. It's the most painful thing. You get it your foot and your cover on your bed hurts. I used to get it chronic 3-4 times a year. Chronic. You know what they said it was from? Red meat and fish, shellfish. So I used to stop eating red meat and all that. I eat nothing but red meat. I haven't had gout, nothing near it since. The problem wasn't the red meat. It was eating 90% crap along with the red meat, and I went out of control. We're not designed, I don't know if it's your pancreas or whatever, we are not designed to break down vegetables and get what we need out of it. We're not a cow. We're not made to do that. I mean, you can do it. Some people swear by it. My wife does it. But there's a lot of time she'd be running to the bathroom, if you know what I'm talking about. I can say that here because she's back there.
Stop.
But no. I mean, one guy was on, I watched a webinar, and this guy had diarrhea for 10 years. No doubt. He's crapping like a cow because he's throwing nothing but this roughage in there. And it's just, this is the way I see it. And by the way, this is experience. I'm not telling you I'm a doctor, but experience, this has changed my life for sure.
Yeah.
And we'll be back again. I really enjoyed this. Now, on our channel, 99.999% of it is for the business we're in, but there will be a playlist just for Carnivore.
Yeah.
Because I feel that strong about how I believe if you try it. Now, obviously, if you go to your doctor and say, should I do Carnivore? There's a good chance they're going to say no. But since I've done it, my doctor, the last time I visited him, he said, this stuff is really, really working well for you. And when this came out of my mouth, he wasn't happy. I said, well, I haven't taken the medication you've given me for 4 months. None of it? No. Well, what's going on? I'm on the carnivore diet. Well, there's no proven and I went, okay, no proven. I just freaking proved it to you. But I didn't get into it. I left and haven't been back.
Yeah.
So,
There
anyway.
are other things on here. Mary put, if you don't have a gallbladder, there's different things in here. Everyone's different. And like I said, that's why we're going to have opinions. None of us are going to be doctors. You never know. We might even get a doctor on here. Who knows?
No. Listen, once again, let me say this again. We're not telling you to do something that you think is going to harm you.
Yeah.
Gallbladder, you can't do it. You can't do it. But ask questions. And this new email that I'm going to have, you can send those questions in. And I know there's people with a PhD background that can answer that.
Yep.
I don't want to be the one to do it because I don't know. I don't know.
It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to some of the people. I know John White. I'm almost positive John White will be on next Monday, maybe a couple other people, because we want to have a discussion about it. And the more people we get involved, the more we're all going to learn, because something that they're doing might work in the carnivore system, and maybe we don't know about it. But there's a lot of stuff. No more CPAP machine, no sleep apnea. John White. That's that 76-year-old dog who lost over 200 pounds. And he did it in secret.
If you looked up somebody that was 400 pounds, 70 years old, the chance of him losing half of his body weight is about the same chance as getting attacked by a shark in Arizona. No, I'm telling you, I got a better chance of picking up pixie sticks with my butt cheeks than somebody at that age losing that much weight. It's unheard of. It's unheard. I know you guys are getting to visualize me doing that, but I'm not that.
And Brenda, I sent you a face friend on Facebook if you didn't see it. And this is strictly carnivore, guys. We do other things, but this is strictly to educate and also be educated on the carnivore diet, because both of us are amazed at what it's done for our lives. And we figured if it can do it for us, it can do it for a lot more people. But we found out, you go on YouTube, there is literally thousands of stories how carnivore changed people's lives.
We will bring them here and share them with you, stuff we know. And like Chris said, who knows, maybe we'll get a doctor on here or something that has technical reasons why it works. 76 years old, 2 years carnivore, no meds. Going to be in good shape for the rest of my life. Wow.
Roni, we need you on the show, Roni. Unless he's talking about John White, but Roni, if that's you, we want to have you on here, man. Get a hold of him.
Wow. 76, 2 years. Nice. All right. See you all. And thank you very much for coming to the first show. We'll see you next Monday night at 8 p.m. Say goodbye, Chris.
Goodbye, but bring your questions. And we're going to have some people, different people on here. So we want all questions asked while we have this panel going. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot of fun, actually.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah, I could do you a favor.
Can you growl?